everybody, I'm James Cremita, CPA CA, and welcome to our latest edition of Cremita's Tax Tips. Today we're going to be discussing who should file a tax return and why. First off, who should file a tax return in Canada? Note that in Canada, residency is the basis of taxation. Therefore, not citizenship. Therefore, if Canadian residents or non-residents have any income in Canada, then they should file a tax return in Canada. Now, why should somebody file a tax return? Well, first off, if you have income, you have to file a tax return. That goes without saying. Seniors, for example, should also file. Why? Because if they don't file, then their pension benefits may be cut. That is a very, very serious issue. So therefore, it's a kind of check to make sure that the taxpayer is indeed alive, and therefore that the benefits from the pension should not be cut. Students, for example, even if the student has no income, that student, if they have tuition fees, for example, should file. Why? For the transfer to their mom, dad, or other family members of their tuition fees, their education credits, etc. Now, even if a person, a student, or a senior has no income, for example, they should file a tax return as well. Why? The GST and the solidarity tax credits in Quebec. If you don't file, you don't get the benefit of the credits. So even if you have no income, it could be advantageous to file a tax return to get these credits. Next, non-residents. Non-residents should file. Their tax deadline is not April 30th as regular taxpayers, it's June 30th. But they have to note that if they do not file a tax return, or even if it's filed late, they stand to lose significant tax benefits under Sections 216 and Sections 217 of the Tax Act. Basically, it's preferred tax status. They would lose that if they don't file or if they file late. Finally, for RRSPs, students and others should file even though they might be low-income earners. Why? Because if they do not file, then let's say if they have $5,000 of income, which is non-taxable obviously, because it's lower than the personal exemption, they would lose the accumulated addition of 18% of the $5,000 as an addition to the limit that they can contribute for the future. So even though they might be at a low income level, students particularly, if they don't file, even if they don't pay any tax, they would lose that potential benefit for RSPs in the future. Those are just simple things that people should know about who should file and why someone should file a tax return here in Canada. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. We'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you for your attention.